Hello, my dear Leos. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time of the month of July with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I will come back with every other weekly readings or mid-month readings again in August, but this reading will be for the whole month of July. So I used Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the divine with love and light, and I call for archangels in the four corners of the world, and I call the six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. So I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you that the Sun will be in Cancer at the start of the month. Join there together with Mercury and Mars. Venus will be in Taurus. July 5, Mercury transit over to Leo, and Venus moves from Taurus to Gemini. July 9, we'll have the full moon in Capricorn. And July 21st, Mars and the Sun will transit over to Leo, your sign. And July 23rd, we will have the new moon in Leo in daytime. Mercury and Moon moves into Virgo, July 25th, and Venus moves into Cancer, July 31st. So, yes. I will just tune in for a few seconds. So, my dear Leo, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So the past will probably be in June, the now in July, and the future in August. And you can also check this reading several times during this period. So maybe things that you don't understand from the beginning will be more clear when you have the time has passed a little bit. Okay, so the first card for you, Leo, is Two of Swords. Two of Swords is Libra, moon in Libra, and it might be, what can we say here? It might be two people not speaking to each other. Two of Swords it's peace, but it's no communication. And a person might be wearing a mask, not showing their true feelings or intentions, also being blinded. Two of Swords is a card where peacemaking and negotiation might be important, but you might not need to take the first step. Someone else might do this for you. This person is not able to see their own emotions. They have been cut off from their own emotions. So we will see a little bit more what's to say about this Two of Swords here. The next card is the Lovers. So Two of Swords, people not speaking, and the Lovers. It might be that love is still there. Even if you are currently maybe on, you're maybe currently not together with your loved one, there might still be feelings lingering on. This might also talk about a new love or a new soul connection, or that there has been a time of silence and then there's some kind of communication again. So we'll see a little bit more. See the other cards here so I can see the storyline. The next card is the Emperor, so that's Aries. Aries is it's control. It's being able to have boundaries. It's being able to be very goal oriented. You know what you want and you're going to get there. It's going to, like, no matter what, you can sacrifice whatever to have this goal being fulfilled. And it's the Sun there as well. And Aries this month, it isn't much. Uranus is moving direct in Aries. Moon moves through July 15 to 16, so it's not so much, but I think there might be some silent treatment going on in a relationship. Maybe it's a part of a ultimatum, or maybe it's maybe the relationship wasn't really fulfilling, or there was no really love connection. So maybe you are moving on, Leo. Maybe you decide to move on, even though there's still love there. Maybe you need to move on. Maybe you need to take charge over your life and be like a boss here. Okay, so I will being content with that. So we'll get more information from this later on. The next card is Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands is again emphasizing this with borders and boundaries. Here you have told someone no, or you have put up a boundary, and here you have the Moon as well. So I think you are aware of your feelings. You are not blocking them out. So you are aware of your feelings, and you're also aware that you need to put a boundary. And we can see it's almost like volcanic ground here. So it might have been like a volcanic eruption, and you have put down your shield. So you don't you are not defending yourself, and you are kneeling. So it's you are a bit tired here, and you have this wand that you're putting it like this. You see the two swords here. In this situation, you or another person were very decisive. They didn't want to yield. They didn't want to have a peace negotiation. So the same thing is happening here. You're turning your back against this situation, and you are not going to give in either, being the Emperor and all here, and having the Sun in your back. That's tricky situation for you, Leos. Next card is the Hermit. So it's the Nine of Wands, 9 Hermit. And together with the Emperor, this is very masculine. This is you going on a lonely road. You have decided upon something, and you can sacrifice whatever to meet this goal. It's a very individualistic goal. It's the Hermit and the Emperor, and emphasizing this 9 again. So it's also some kind of revolution. Maybe you are dealing with father issues. Maybe you are revolting against masculine authority. Maybe you yourself are taking in masculine authority, working with this, doing revolution towards old systems or old way of acting inside a family or inside your different relationships. The Hermit is Virgo, and here you have Aries, and you also had Libra. The Lovers is Gemini, of course. What can I say about this? It's like you have chosen loneliness over love because you have a higher goal. And it's also a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual journey inwards to yourself. You are becoming very loyal towards yourself. You are going with whatever you want. It's like you're very stubborn here, really stubborn. Warrior mood, but in a very calm kind of way. So I don't think you're verbally abusive towards anyone, but you are in a warrior mood. You are going to fight for your right to be yourself, or to follow your own individualistic path, or to fulfill your own dreams, to have things, life as in the way that you want. You are taking back control. You are taking back you're taking back yourself in some way, because the Hermit is about self-realization. It's about choosing your own worldview in front of like a more common worldview, or so it's a revolution still with you, Leo. But this is in June, so it's for most of you it will be in the past. For some of you watching in June, this might be going on now, like and it's not very social. The Emperor and the Lovers, of course, is social. So I think the goal might be within love and to do something that you are really passionate about. But you're choosing a very lonely road here. So you might it might be that you're going to start an own company, and that's why you are individualistic here. Maybe you're leaving some old creative endeavor behind. It wasn't really for you. You didn't get like any connection here. It seems like a lack of connection. So maybe you didn't get the attention that you wanted, or maybe you didn't get rewards. Maybe you weren't able to climb the career ladder, and or in a relationship there were no communication, or you weren't feeling like there was love. This is almost like a little bit zombie-like, so it might have been a relationship that lacked love, or anyway the person didn't communicate the love. And here you are taking you're separating yourself because you have a higher goal. Okay, and that was in the past, and this is in the now. So this will be in the month of August. That's July, sorry. That's the start of your month, Leo, and a lot of things will happen in Leo in July. Mercury moves in July 6th, and Mars and Sun moves in together the same day, July 21st, and the new moon will be in Leo July 20th, the 23rd of July, and it will be visible during the daytime. So here we have a Four of Coins. Four of Coins is connected to the Emperor again. So we'll see that you are not sharing here, not talking, not sharing, holding your horses, holding your shit together, kind of. And it's a foundation. You are building a foundation for yourself, and it's still a little bit lonely feeling to this. Holding things for yourself. We see this person's looking very suspicious. So maybe you have a hard time letting someone in. Maybe you are, maybe you can be a little bit cold and distant, unreachable. Maybe you have very high walls around you right now. Maybe you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation. With the Four of Coins, also we have Capricorn, and we know that Pluto is moving retrograde in Capricorn. So this is about it's about safety. It's about building a strong foundation for yourself, something that won't wobble or won't give in. It's something that you want to build, something that's strong for the future. So I don't think this is totally bad. You have decided upon something, and you have the character to move on with this. You have the you have enough. You are living your values, is a little bit like that, but you can come off as a little bit cold or distant. The next card is the Seven of Coins, and it comes underneath the Lover's card. So it seems like in the love life here in July, not much will happen. With the Seven of Coins, it's like a waiting period. It's you have done everything you can for now, and you are put to seed to the ground, and you're just waiting for it to mature, and it needs to do so. This is very well taken care of crop, so it needs to do so by forces out of your control: sun, rain, soil. So in the month of July, it seems like you are supposed to watch the grass grow on its own accord. You have already put down the work into whatever you are doing. Now you just have to enjoy. Maybe there's vacation also for you. It might be that you're spending it in a little bit of a loneliness or something like that. We'll see. Seven of Coins, Four of Coins, Seven of Coins. Next card is Eight of Wands, and Eight of Wands comes underneath the Emperor. And it's cornered here with the Lovers. So for some of you, you might meet a new a new masculine person, or if you are a masculine person, you are going to make a masculine move. This is it's Aries and Sagittarius and Mercury, so it's very hasty movement, taking decisions, making something happen. Maybe you are taking some decision when it comes to love, but you're still holding your boundaries. 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands. So here it might be a travel as well, like a lift off. 8 of Wands is very strong energy. It's very strong sun energy. So you might be like bathing in the sun or doing something that's similar to this. But the 8 of Wands is also talking about communication. And up till now, I haven't seen so many cards of communication. It seems like you are non-communicative during this period. But with the 8 of Wands, it might be like meeting a Sagittarius person as well, or an Aries person. It's very masculine either way. And communication, there might be some misunderstandings that need to be sorted out, and people can be freed and released, knowing more about like a previous situation. With 8 of Wands, it's usually like a person coming saying that they're sorry, or trying to win you over in some way. So if you are waiting for communication from someone, or if you are you want something to happen in your love life, it seems that there will be a stillness in the beginning of July, but maybe in the middle of July something will happen. Maybe you will meet someone when you're on vacation, on a travel. Okay, and the next card is the 4 of Swords, and it comes underneath the 9 of Wands. So it seems like you won't really care so much for this offer. What's happened to you, Leo? 4 of Swords, it's vacation again. Someone's resting. It's Libra again. You see this Libra sign. So for some of you, this message will come from Libra. I need to check what kind of Libra this is. Wait a minute. Okay, so it's actually Jupiter in Libra, and Jupiter is in Libra right now. And Jupiter is a very happy planet. It's making things bigger, and of course Libra is a sign of wanting everything rather leveled, not so much pulsing things, but so maybe it's becoming enhanced, this Libra trait here, with being very leveled. Here it's actually Sagittarius in the Sun, and here you have Sagittarius in Mercury. So it's a lot with this goal orientation, and Jupiter here in Libra. So you want to keep your balance. You don't want to give in. You have the 4 of coins here. That's about power. It's Sun in Capricorn. We have Pluto now, as I said, moving in Capricorn. So it's you're really going for this stability. You're really going for this emperor stuff and individualistic, your own road kind of. You're very goal oriented. And you're not going to take any crap that comes along, okay? You're not going to take any, like, there will come offerings towards you, but you won't take them. It's like you are being showered with offerings, but you're not taking them. You're saying no a lot here. Several times you are saying no. You're saying no here, and here you decide to walk like very individualistic, and here you're saying no. And this is actually Saturn, and you have Saturn moving retrograde in Sagittarius, so you're re-evaluating your goal in some way, and it's very stubborn. It's very stubborn. You are very decisive on getting this what you want, and there's going to be no comfortable compromises. The 4 of Swords and 2 of Swords is both peace negotiations. It's Libra, so Libra wants peace, and rather peace than conflicts. But it seems for you it's more important with the conflict, like getting things out in the light. You don't want to be like just together, or just being saying, if a friend comes and say that they're sorry, there needs to be true communication for you to accept this. You're very firm right now, Leo. It's you have decided upon something, and you're not going to bulge down. It looks very stubborn. And here you have the Five of Swords as well. So in a warrior mood much here. Five of Swords. Interesting. Five of Swords is usually Aquarius, so it's air here, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you are dealing with Sagittarius, Libra, or Aquarius. Might be a lot of, you have Earth here as well. Some of you might be dealing with Capricorn or Virgo as well. But this is Jupiter in Libra. This is Venus in Aquarius. It's this fear of failure. It's this fear that if you will give in, you will be hurt again. It's a little bit like this. You don't want to. You have your safety now. You have your maybe inner peace as well. It's looking very peaceful here, and you don't want this disrupted again. So Five of Swords is fear of failure, or you are not going to back down. You have decided upon something, and now it's going to be like this. So it's very it's a little bit unlike you. You're usually more hopeful, but here you're very decisive. So you're not going to sell yourself short. You're not going to put yourself into the same bad situation again, or not repeating past mistakes. This time you're going to be much more thorough. You're going to be much more playing it a little bit more safe, we can say. Okay. So for some of you, there will be a war that you're fighting a little bit alone. So maybe no one knows that you're angry even. It can be this thing. Or this might be an air sign in your life, or, as I said, Sagittarius, or fire or earth, air, that's also angry without you knowing it, because maybe you are like on a vacation here and everything seems well, and when you come home, people are going to wait you with an angry face. This might be happening for some of you as well. Maybe you have stopped taking responsibility for something that you said, to hell with this, I'm not going to take responsibility for this anymore, and people are going to be upset with you because you didn't take this responsibility. They are used to you taking responsibility. So what happened? But it seemed totally okay, because I think you are on a route where you are more and more finding yourself. So it's okay to make a little bit revolution now and then. So this was in July. I see a lot of resting for you. You being very square, and also very hasty into going into defense. So it seems like you have your walls up really high, but there will come through some communication, or you will travel, or you will maybe start your own business, or meet a person. It doesn't have to be a masculine person. It can be a person that's a little bit of a hunter, like a person out to get you. They want to have you. But you don't seem really open for business. So that was in July, and here we will have August. And here we have Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is an ending of some sort. It's Two of Swords, Four of Coins, Ten of Swords. Usually it's an ending of an old way of thinking. You're sacrificing an old way of thinking, or you give something up. It's like the end. It's death. It's a minor arcana death card. And here you have the veil. And here you have a very strong person resisting in some way. But here the veil is falling. So there might be some new way of seeing things. Or maybe your stubbornness or you turning your back has made someone else see something, or this is your stubbornness, it's going to change. Ten of Swords is sometimes very painful. This person doesn't really want to see the truth of a situation. So some of you might have been running away from someone, and you will realize that they didn't care. They didn't come running after you. And that might be like a wake-up call here, and that you don't want to see. But Ten of Swords it can be a painful card to realize the truth. But when you know the truth, you can make even better decisions. What I'm feeling mostly here, since it's connected here with the whale here and here, that whomever didn't use the silent treatment or was very stubborn will stop being stubborn, or they will be, or you will win this fight and the other person will see like your value or something like this. Maybe your boss will miss you when you're gone, and first they will be angry and then they will be sad because maybe you are not going to come back to work. That might be it. Okay, so the next card is Nine of Swords. I see this often with you, Leo. Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, and it comes underneath the Lovers and Seven of Coins. Nine of Swords, it's Gemini, so it might be a lot of thinking, like a lot of thinking going on. You might deal with a person that has been a little bit abusive towards you, or you might have been abusive due to your own inner pain. Nine of Swords anyway, or Ten of Swords, it's, if you're feeling a lot of pain, Leo, you need to stay with that pain and give it a lot of attention. It might be a person hurting in your life, or it might be you hurting. It doesn't really matter. If someone is hurting, you really need to give them a little bit of attention. Even if you have this stubborn move, you can't leave like people dropping dead in the side of the road. You need to help people. You need to be there for them. And if you have like an inner part of you that's hurting, it's Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands. It's very masculine here. Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands is the masculine part of the Hermit stage, being much in a warrior mood and brooding a little bit. The feminine side of the Hermit is Nine of Coins and Nine of Cups, deciding on what's going to make you happy and taking care of yourself. Here you're more going into some kind of victim mood, victim warrior mood, actually. And the Nine of Swords is, you have 9, 8, 9. So it's still this... like you're going on a road that you have decided upon, and you're going to go that road no matter how much it hurts. Nothing is going to make you change your mind. And I'm actually coming to think about a Swedish poem, and I don't know really how I will be able to translate it into English, but it's about a man that walks alone, and he does so very stubbornly, and if you and this man, he's bleeding and he has no one to take care of him, so if the road that you go alone makes you bleed, you can't continue because this road will kill you. Okay, so you need people in your life. You can't like fence everyone out. You need to have a social life. You need to. It's your month. Coming here also, Leo, you're not supposed to be sad on your birthday. So I think Leo needs to socialize a little bit more. It seems like you're isolating yourself or building very high walls and becoming like a very isolated entity, and it's by your own choice. You have been choosing this. Okay, so next card for you is Queen of Wands. So here comes fire. So as I said, if this is another person in your life hurting, or you have left them hurting or made them hurt, or if they are just like needing a helping hand, you need to be there. You can't like my way or the highway kind of thing here. The Queen of Wands and the Emperor is Aries both. But of course, this is you, Leo, becoming very decisive, very headstrong. And with the Queen of Wands, you have this compassion. So I know this. You have equally compassion for other people. But now maybe you have become more compassionate towards yourself because you needed this to be able to isolate yourself and move yourself maybe out of a bad situation. But you have left some kind of trouble behind here that's not really solved. And you can't be saving just yourself. So I want to take like a card from the Oracle of Visions by those nines here. Okay, so this is a card about the person that's waiting, and it's a lot of emotions here, and it's a bird of prey here. That's actually a kingfisher, I think this name is, and a ballet dancer. She is very content. So it might be that you are very content and other is suffering, or someone is very content while you are suffering. So there needs to be some kind of compassion here. You can see the coloring of these cards is somewhat alike. Maybe you have been this card puts a little bit damp on this sadness. It seems like you're not specifically sad at all. It's Pisces, this card. It's Pisces, and you also have a little bit like you have the Libra symbol there in her sofa. So have you been leaving someone waiting for you? You have the Seven of Coins here, Nine of Swords. Or are you waiting for someone and the anxiety is starting to build up here? But I can read this card for you a little bit. 33 there. Okay. Patience, waiting for the right moment. Time is but a stream I go a-fishing in. I drink at it, but while I drink, I see the sandy bottom and detect how shallow it is. Its thin current slides away, but eternity remains. So, despite the desires for results, some occasions or decisions simply should not be rushed. We should approach either with caution or restraint, waiting for the opportunity or that specific moment. So maybe you, Leos, are very hasty, and the divine wants you to kind of wait for the right moment. Maybe you are too ready to sacrifice things, people, relationships, just so you can move on. And it might be a little bit like ice cold. Maybe you need to connect a little bit with your heart again, okay? And here you have the Strength card as well. It comes underneath the Nine of Wands, Sun in Sagittarius, and Four of Swords, Jupiter in Libra. So you're very, very strong right now. You're very strong. It's Leo here again, and you had the 8 also, 8, 9. So it seems like you could walk forever like this, and nothing would stop you. You are so stubborn right now, and but it's very hopeful in the same way, because you have the 8 of Wands, 8 Strength, and the Lovers here. So I think that you are very goal-oriented when it comes to love. You are not going to take something halfy. It's like this is do it with passion or not at all. So you don't care if there's suffering. You won't sell yourself short for something that is painful. You want something more. You want something out of life. It's almost like you want something that's larger than life. There should be real passion, something that ignites you. You are not going to be interested in a relationship just to not have to be lonely. It's got to be the right one. It's got to be perfect. In other cases, it's like you're not going to bother. So you're very, very Leo-like this month. You're getting back in your your royal throne, and it's like you don't care about the spill of war that's falling around you. Okay. The last card is Knight of Cups. So it seems like love will find you anyway. And it might be a Pisces coming in. You had the Pisces symbol as well here. So maybe someone is going to be able to come through your panzer or your walls here in the end, maybe in August. Maybe that's when things will start hitting off, and you will finally find your beating heart again, because it seemed that it's gone in this reading. And you're usually so passionate, but here the passion comes back, and yes, you are not going to settle for anything less than what you want. You have decided. Okay, so if someone wants your attention, they need to actually give you this, what you know that you want. You don't want to sell yourself with a Hermit here, and you don't want someone to be with you just so they can harm you again. It's like this. You want to have the real thing, real deal. Okay, so that's okay, but it's a little bit like a lot of blood being spilled here, or a lot of hurt around you. But it doesn't seem to affect you that much. So, don't be abusive, Leo. Be nice towards people. Don't use them and abuse them. Don't leave lovers around you like in a great mess. Tell people, be very communicative. We see here this card. It's... you're very focused on getting this, what you want, but there needs to be love and like consideration for other people. And there's rings here. Maybe there's going to maybe this is what you're aiming for. You know, you want some true connection, and you're not going to settle for something that's less than this. It's a person that has a lot of power. It's kind of the magician. So you have cast a spell, you have decided upon something, now you're very goal-oriented, and you're not going to settle. But you need a peace dove, you need to be a little bit more maybe more nice. So I will check with the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. You have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords as well, but the Four of Swords here with the Nine of Swords can be interesting. Okay. Decisions determine destiny. Decision determine destiny. Okay, so you have really decided, and this is just emphasizing this. You rule the world now. You have dressed up to success. You're not going to settle for something that's half of what you want. You're very decisive. That's fine. Okay. Knight of Cups, who can this be coming in for Leo? And you can see a little bit more about this Knight of Cups energy. Okay, so here you have this card. Everything won't be as you have decided it. You might have educated yourself about yourself and what you want and how you want things, and you think that you're on top of the world. But when love strikes you, it might not be exactly what you have decided upon. It might be coming really strong, and it might not be like exactly what you ordered, because this is a person of control, and love isn't really about control. It just hits you. So you can have a lot of visions, but it won't be exactly as you want it. You will have to maybe compromise a little bit. I can check this card for you as well. Knowledge, research, knowing the facts, being prepared, forewarned. As the biggest library, if it is in this order, is not useful as a small but well-arranged one. So you may accumulate a vast amount of knowledge, but it will be of far less value than a much smaller amount if you have not thought it over for yourself. So when your dream comes, it might not be like in the way that you have anticipated, because you can't see everything. So forewarned, you have been forewarned. Being better informed and armed with a greater understanding of the facts and background to any situation might provide a stronger basis from which to make better decisions. Really communicate with people. Don't just make assumptions about what they want. Really try to understand other people in this situation, Leo. Don't just make assumptions, and don't be like with your nose held high in the air if someone comes before your feet and are defeated. Okay, listen at least to what they have to say. That's okay. So a past life oracle card to see what's the background maybe to this warrior situation. You can see Father. Okay, in prison and slavery. So you're not going to be a prison anymore, but it's like you have taken authority. Maybe you have installed like an inner father figure inside of you that's really taking care of you from now on and freeing you from prison. So that's a really good thing to celebrate. But don't go on a rampage with this new power that you have won, my dear Leo. Okay, I want you to take really good care, and I will probably do the reading for August in the middle of July, maybe 17th of July, something like that. So you're welcome back to watch me then, and until then, take really good care. Okay, bye bye.